Alright, Galafoy and win today. Last time we were talking about fundamental physical quantities, and this is just a continuation of the topic physics and measurements. Now today we are going to be looking at unit conversions, that is, using conversion factors to express the value of a given quantity in terms of other quantities. In physics, it's often necessary to convert from one unit to another. Well, not just in physics, but it's necessary most of the times to convert from one unit to the other. For example, if you are in a foreign place and some quantities like distance are expressed in units you are not familiar with, like miles, you will need to convert those units to units that you are comfortable with. Or maybe you are reading a cookbook and you want units in liters, but the units are written in cups. A conversion is needed there. Now, first of all, let's look at some common conversion factors. So for length, we have 1 kilometer being equal to 1,000 meters, because kilo means 10 to the power of 3, which is the same as 1,000. And 1 meter is equivalent to 100 centimeters. 1 centimeter, however, is equivalent to 10 millimeters. And then we have units like mile, which is equivalent to 1.6 kilometers. And then for time, we have 1 minute, which is equivalent to 60 seconds. And 1 hour is equivalent to 60 minutes. 1 day is equivalent to 24 hours. And then maybe let's talk about volume. For volume, 1 centimeter cubed is equivalent to 1 milliliter. And then 1 liter is equivalent to 1 decimeter cubed. So for volume, I think that's all I can talk about. Now, I want us to do examples. So we are going to start with a simple conversion. We are converting 11 kilometers to meters. The first step is to rewrite what we have been given, 11 kilometers. Next, we multiply with the conversion factor. But before doing that, before throwing in numbers, let us deal with the units first. So we are going to want to cancel this kilometer. To cancel this, we are going to put kilometer in the denominator. We are going to divide by kilometer. And then in the numerator, we are going to put the unit we are converting to, which is the meter. Now, the conversion factor for between kilometer and a meter, 1 kilometer is equivalent to 1,000 meters. So 1 kilometer is to 1,000 meters. Now notice that this kilometer is going to cancel out this. And then in the end, we have 11 times 1,000 meters, which is 11,000 meters. So let's do a reality check. We are converting from kilometers to a meter. A kilometer is larger than a meter. So the number that we get must be larger than the number we began with. That's just a reality check. Now, in this second example, we are converting 55 centimeters to meters. Now, likewise, the first step is to rewrite what we've been given, 55 centimeters, and then multiplying by a conversion factor. But before throwing in numbers, we want to cancel the centimeter out. So we are dividing by centimeters. And then in the numerator, we put the unit we are converting to, in our case, the meter. Now, what's the conversion factor? 1 meter is equivalent to 100 centimeters. So 1 meter is equivalent to 100 centimeters. Another way to think of this is that 1/100th of a meter is equivalent to 1 centimeter. So this is the same as 0.01 meter is equivalent to 1 centimeter. So instead of writing it in this way, you could have just multiplied by, you could have just said times 0.01 meter over 1 centimeter, but this is lengthy. I prefer to do it this way. So we know that centimeters are going to cancel out. So we are going to have 55 divided by 100 meters, which is 0.55 meters. So when we convert from a centimeter to a meter, it's the same as dividing by 100, right? And doing a reality check, we are converting from a smaller unit to a larger unit. So the resulting number must be smaller than the one we began with. That's just common sense, I suppose. Alright, now let us try to step up our game. So we are converting from 3 kilometers to centimeters. If you know the conversion factor, you can just multiply straight away. But I'm just going to make this a two-step process for simplicity. As a starting point, just to keep things simple, we are going to want to convert to meters first, because this prefix kilometer, the prefix kilo tells us a lot about how many meters there are. So the first step, like always, is to write down the number we have been given. Now we are converting from kilometer to meter first. We are going to want to cancel out the kilometer, and we know we are moving to meter. The conversion factor says that 1 kilometer is to 1,000 meters, right? So 1 kilometer to 1,000 meters. And then this goes. Now we are moving from a meter to a centimeter. So we are dividing by a meter to cancel out this, and then we know we are going to a centimeter. The conversion factor says 1 meter is to 100 centimeters. So 1 meter is to 100 centimeters, right? And this is going to cancel out this, so we can progress cleanly from this to centimeters. That's the same as 3 times 1,000 times 100 centimeters. So that's 3 times the 5 zeros, 3 times 10 to the power of 5 centimeters. So like I said, if you knew straight away that to convert from a kilometer to a centimeter, you multiply by the factor 10 to the 5, then there wouldn't have been no problem with you doing that. But just for simplicity, we made this a two-step process. Right. Now let us do a time conversion. How many seconds are there in a day? Now this one is not as explicit as the ones we've been doing before. But what it's basically asking is for us to convert 1 day to seconds. If you know the conversion, then you can just do it. You can just plug it in. But then if you don't, you might want to split this into many steps. So first, we are converting from day to hours. And then from hours, we are converting to minutes. And then to seconds finally. So let's write down what we've been given first. To convert to hours, we're going to have to cancel a day and then put the hour in the numerator. So the conversion factor says that 1 day has 24 hours. So 1 is to 24. This cancels this. And then we multiply by, we are moving to minutes now. So we are taking care of the hour and then go into the minutes. The conversion factor says that 1 hour has 60 minutes. So 1 is to 60. And then finally we are going to seconds. So we are taking care of the minutes and then multiplying by the second. So this goes. And then the conversion factor is 1 minute has 60 seconds. So 1 is to 60. So that's the same as multiplying 24 by 60 by 60. And you punch that in the calculator, you get 86,400 seconds. So there are 86,400 seconds in a day. So finally, let us do a volume conversion. Now this one is a bit complicated, but let me try to explain. We are converting from 4 meter cubed to 1 centimeter cubed. So first of all, to know what 1 meter cubed is related to a centimeter cubed, we are going to convert meter to centimeters first. So 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. And then we cube that. So 1 meter cubed is 100 cubed. That's the same as 10 squared cubed. And then we cube the centimeter. So that's 10 to the power of 6 centimeter cubed. So now we write down 4 meter cubed. And then we are converting to centimeter cubed. So we cancel meter cubed, centimeter cubed, right? So we know that 1 meter cubed is 10 to the 6, and that goes. So we multiply, we get 4 times 10 to the power 6 centimeter cubed. And that's how you do it. Galafoy and stay winning.